Hey guys, Kelsey here. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. So today's video, what I'm going to be doing my ranking and review of Justin Timberlake's album, Everything I Thought It Was. If you see my last video, I unboxed all of the merch that I got. I got one of the box sets. I got another shirt, and I also got the vinyl with all the little goodies inside of it. It was pretty cool. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts right now. I'm wearing the brown shirt with the picture of him on the back. He's wearing the blue shirt, the white tank top, looking really good. But yeah, this album I've listened to on repeat nonstop since it came out, and I just think it's a beautiful masterpiece. I think this is the best album he's ever done. Future Sex Love Sounds was my favorite up until this album came out, and this is my new favorite. I absolutely love this album so much. I think it's shown how much he has grown as an artist and as a person, because Justified was released when he was in his early 20s, and from how he wrote his songs, you could kind of tell, what age he was in. Future Sex Love Sounds came out when he was in his mid-20s, and you could kind of tell that he's no longer a kid anymore. He's an adult, becoming an adult. And then, when 2020 came out, he was in his 30s. He just got married, so he was in a different place in his life at that time, while still giving us that same JT we all know and love. And then Man of the Woods, he was also at another different place in his life where he was a new dad. Man of the Woods, I know some JT fans are divided on the album. They either really love it, they don't really like it, or they absolutely hate it. I haven't listened to it fully yet, but I have heard a couple of songs from Man of the Woods, and so far what I've heard is actually pretty good. I just think Man of the Woods was a familial album for him, a more personal album for him, and the sound was definitely different compared to his past albums. I think people were expecting a dance type record like Future Sex or 2020 or even Justified. I think they were looking for something like that, and Man of the Woods, I think, like I said, was a more personal album for him and a new sound for him, which I think, to me, he can sing almost anything because his voice is just so beautiful. And with this album, Everything I Thought I Was, he's in his early 40s, he's got 2 kids, he's still married. I think this album is just a reflection of where he's been, where he's going, and what the future holds for him in his career and in his life. And throughout the songs and this journey that you go through with this album, you can definitely tell that he's gone through a journey. And it's just incredible to see what he's gone through in his life, and how he continues to grow as an artist and as a person. And you can just tell how humble and how grateful he is to his fans who've been around. He's been in the business since he was 10 or 11 years old. Mickey Mouse Club, and then NSYNC, and then he broke out, he went solo when he was like 18, I think. And then, Justify came out, Future Sex Love Sounds came out, we had those long breaks in between. We've seen it all through JT, through, his eyes. And, some have hated him. I know he's been getting a lot of hate, but I might do another video on that later on. But I just wanted to focus on my ranking and review of this amazing, incredible album, Everything I Thought It Was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way from 18 all the way to number 1, my least favorite. Well, I shouldn't say least favorite because I love all the songs very, very much. It's just what I feel is not really my least favorite. I can't even think of the word right now, but what I feel, some of these songs that I least ranked, I think are going to grow on me with each listen. I was even listening to that album before I started filming this video. So without further ado, here is my ranking and review of Everything I Thought It Was. So let me see. I'm doing this on my iPad. I'm recording on my phone. So number 18 is actually Drown. And I actually kind of hate to say this because I loved Drown when it first came out. To me, why it's ranked so low on my list is because I feel like it was misplaced on the record somehow. Like it was after Technicolor, and Technicolor is more of like a, a sexy song. It's, a feel-good love song, very soft, and Drown is, about heartbreak. It's a real honest song about heartbreak. His songwriting is incredible on this one. I do feel like it was misplaced. Like maybe Drown could have been before Flame. That's in my personal opinion, but I do love the song. I do love it. I just feel like with the vibe, especially after Technicolor, I feel like it was just a little bit misplaced, but I still do love the song. So that's 18. And then number 17 is actually Alone. I love this song too, but the problem that I have with this one is it's so depressing. It's just a really, really sad song about heartbreak. When that violin comes in and the piano, my heart was just not ready for what was about to come from Justin. He poured his heart and his soul out, with this song, and he did describe it as haunting, and it definitely is very haunting. But it's also very beautiful. Like I said, that violin and that piano just hit me so hard. If he performs this on tour, I will lose my mind. Like, I'm a sucker for a piano anyway. If he plays that piano, if he sits down, and piano comes up stage, like, I will lose it because my heart will not be prepared for what he's about to play. So that's 17 is Alone. And then number 16 is Love and War. I do love this song too. Like I said, all these songs I love very, very much. Love and War, I feel like could have hit me a little bit harder. It's very 80s anthemic, like he said. It's very power ballad, type of love song. Some people compared it to Prince, and it's actually true. He's in his Prince era with this song. The lyrics are beautiful. Justin's hitting that falsetto that we love. It's a beautiful song. I just feel like, in my personal opinion, it could have hit me a little harder, but maybe it's going to have to grow on me each time I listen to it. So that's 16. And then number 15 is Play. Play, when I first heard the snippet of this song, I wasn't too crazy about it. I did like how funky it was. It kind of took me back to Future Sex Love Sounds. It easily could have been a song for that album specifically. But it's very funky, very sexy. And, that part at the end with the horns, oh my God, that was absolutely incredible. Like, he did not have to go that hard at the end, but he did. That's what Justin does sometimes at the end of his songs. Just when you think he's about to end a song, he takes you somewhere where we've basically never been, and he's just incredible at doing that. He's so talented at doing that. So that's Play. Number 14 is Memphis, which is the first song that starts off the album. It's a very retrospective song from what he's been, where he's been in his life and where he's going. He started off, really young, 10, 11 years old. He did Star Search. I forgot to mention that. And then he did Mickey Mouse Club, and then NSYNC. And, it's about the ups and downs of what he went through in his life professionally and personally. And he's definitely looking back on this song. He is a Memphis boy. The lyrics just hit so hard. It's just a really beautiful song, and you can tell he's looking back. It's a good starting point to the album as well. And it's just really beautiful. The lyrics are amazing. Justin's rapping in this. He's absolutely incredible. So yeah, Memphis definitely, hit me pretty hard to start. That's a good starting point for this album. Number 13 is Selfish, which is the first single from this album. I love Selfish. I love Selfish more than Drown. That's why it ranked higher than Drown on my list. Everybody said when this song came out that we got the old JT back, and it is really true. I mean, that was when I really fell in love with him, when I listened to the song and watched the music video, and he looked so good in that suit and then the white shirt, and he just brought back all the feels, and it's a really good, sweet love song, and it's very catchy. It grew on me very quickly. So that's Selfish. Number 12 is What Lovers Do. This is a very sexy song. People have gone crazy with this song. I can't imagine if he does this on tour, because people will lose their shit. Like, I can see all the girls going crazy in the crowd if he ever plays this live on tour. Like, it's a funky, sexy song. Timbaland produced the song, so you can kind of hear the beats in there. That's a Timbaland produced song, and he just, he's basically talking about sex. He's given us the Future Sex Love Sounds vibe, where JT, started, and that song definitely could have been off of Future Sex Love Sounds if he wanted to. So number 11, speaking of sex, is Infinity Sex. This one is very disco, very 70s, which I love. I love the 70s disco feel. He has a couple songs that are this type of feel, and Infinity Sex is one of those songs. It's very, it's also very Future Sex Love Sounds vibes, and, it's very tongue-in-cheek, kind of PG, but we know exactly what he's talking about when he sings the song. I would love for him to do this on tour too. I would be surprised if any of these songs got cut. I don't want any of these songs to get cut from the tour set list. Number 10 is Sanctified. I'm going to be really honest. I love the live version of Sanctified more than the album version. And that's because in the Saturday Night Live version, if you have not seen it, go on his YouTube channel and watch the performance of Sanctified. It is so good. He hits so hard with those vocals and the performance. He sounds so good. He's on key. His moves are on point. His vocals are on point. I just feel like I was expecting with the vocals on this album version, he was going to go as hard as he did on SNL, and he was a little bit more softer, but maybe that's for a reason. And then Toby's part is just incredible. It goes together. JT's taking us to church. It's a very church feel to it. With the organ, like I said, he's a Southern boy, Memphis boy. He grew up in the church, so he's basically taking us back to church, and I love that sound from him. It's a different sound for him, but I absolutely love it. He kills it. So number 9 is Liar. Now, Liar is another one from the snippets that I didn't really like at first when I heard it, and then listening to the album all the way through the night that it came out, it actually was one of the ones that caught me by surprise at how much I loved it, because it has the Afro beats. It's very, I keep thinking of Jamaica for some reason, like the Caribbean. Like, it has that beat, that feel to it. It's a summer song for sure. And I did see a teaser somewhere where we could possibly be getting a music video for Liar. That would be awesome if he did film a music video for that. So number 8 is Flame. Now, this one was also another one that caught me by surprise too. The more that I play the song, the more that I love it. It is a very honest, real picture about heartbreak. People have compared it to What Goes Around Comes Around, and it definitely has that more mature What Goes Around vibe. The music, it kind of reminds me of Snake Charmer music. I don't know how else to describe it. It's got that beat to it. It's very minor, the chords are very minor, the music's minor, but it's just that part when he says, "What the fuck?" every single time will mess me up. Like, I was not expecting that from him, but that just shows you how honest he is as a songwriter and as an artist, and he's not afraid to take risks like that. So that's Flame. Number 7 is My Favorite Drug. Now, this is another 70s disco vibe. I do love this song a lot. I've loved it since he played it at the One Night Only show in New York at Irving Plaza. And it just gets people up on their feet, shaking and moving and grooving. And I would really, really love if he played this on tour. I can't imagine if he cut this song from the tour set list. It hits so hard. And then that beat drop at the end, again, he takes you to unexpected places when it comes to music and the songwriting. And, you know, that's what Justin is known for. One of the many things he's known for. And he's just absolutely incredible at that. And it just keeps you moving and dancing and grooving. You know, also the lyrics are very tongue-in-cheek too, very sexy. That's pure Justin Timberlake at his finest. Number 6 is Paradise featuring NSYNC. When I first heard this song, I got super emotional because it took me back to when I was like 8-9 years old when I first listened to NSYNC. And their harmonies just sounded so good and so incredible. They were so on point. I've even seen the live performance in LA when he did the One Night Only show. When he brought them out, everybody lost their minds and they sounded so good live. And it's just such a beautiful song, you know, talking about where we are, where we've been, where we're going. You know, I really do hope, if there isn't going to be a reunion tour, I hope maybe, I was even thinking they would re-record their albums maybe for their 30th anniversary. I think it's this year or next year. But I'm seeing a re-recording somewhere, if they don't give us a tour, maybe a Vegas residency. I'm from Vegas. It's my hometown, so I would love if they did a Vegas residency, but I don't know if Justin would be on board for that. But yeah, Paradise is absolutely beautiful. It's nostalgic. It hits you right in the feels. It's just such a beautiful song. Number 5 is Fucking Up the Disco. It is another 70s. Obviously, it's a disco vibe, and this one, it was very unexpected too, where it hits you really hard with the beat. Calvin Harris actually produced this song, and you can tell that if you're a Calvin Harris fan, you can tell that this is a Calvin Harris produced song because it just hits you so hard, the beats and the bass, and just, oh my gosh, it's absolutely, absolutely incredible. It hits you so hard, and I would absolutely love if he played this on tour too. Like, I can't imagine, like I said, any of these songs being cut from the set list. Like, I'm so excited to see what he's going to play on tour. I don't know if he's going to tease the set list or not. I just know we're going to be in for some unexpected surprises this tour, because he looks like he's got some tricks up his sleeve for sure. Number 4 is Imagination. Now, this one is very dreamy, also very sexy, also very tongue-in-cheek. I did a Twitter post yesterday that said, Imagination is the song that Justin wrote about all the girls that have had or have inappropriate dreams about him. He 100% knows. I can't imagine that he doesn't know. I mean, he knows what all the girls and even guys think about him. I'm sure he has some idea. But yeah, Imagination he described as like rollerblading. You know, it's also 70s vibes. I even hear a little bit of Michael Jackson in there. Yeah, this one is very catchy. It makes you dance. I love it. Number 3, so we're in the top 3 right now. Number 3 is Conditions. This song hit me so hard, especially that last line, "You are everything that you thought that it could be." I felt like I got stabbed in the chest, especially when towards the end he goes on that piano again and, you know, he keeps saying, "You are loved, you are loved." Part of me thinks that he wrote this for himself. Part of me thinks he wrote this for his family. And part of me also thinks he wrote this song for his fans. It could be all 3. I hope it's all 3. I just know that this is one of the songs I definitely needed to hear. And I know I'm probably not the only person that thinks that. Conditions is just so beautiful. It's beautifully written. The lyrics in this song are just so incredible and hit you so hard. yeah, Conditions is in my, it has to be in my top 3. This was so hard for me to do this ranking, honestly. Like, I kept changing when I was listening to the album all the way from start to finish. I kept changing halfway through because everything was just so good, and it's so hard to choose. Honestly, like I said, I love the songs, all of them, but these are the ones that I guess just hit me the hardest. And like I said, I've listened to the album so many times since then, but it just, it depends on what mood you're in. It just depends on, the feeling that you get in your heart and in your soul. And he definitely knows to hit that when it comes to his music and his songs. So we're at number 2. Number 2 is Technicolor. I love this song so much. It is a 7-minute song, which is pure classic JT. It is the only 7-minute song on this album. Timbaland produced this one as well. It starts off really, really kind of vibey, kind of sexy too in the beginning. And then when he plays that interlude, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm floating, like I'm levitating. And I don't ever want to get down, like I'm floating up into the clouds. It's just dreamy and sexy. And the lyrics, he talks about how perfect, this woman is. I wouldn't be surprised if Jessica was the inspiration for the song. I hope Jessica was the inspiration for this song. But yeah, this song is it's a beautiful song. And he even said it's his favorite, and I can tell why. It's just so beautiful. So number 1, my favorite song on from Everything I Thought I Was is No Angels, which is the current single from this album. This song I loved since he played the snippet of it in Memphis. And again, it's a 70s, kind of disco vibe, and I love it. It's a dancing song. It gets you moving and grooving, and I love it. I've seen the music video. It's dark JT this time, which I love. He's taking us in a new direction, and I love how he's embracing all this new, these new things with this new era that he's in. No Angels is definitely, we've heard it play live. He played it live on Jimmy Kimmel. He did it at the One Night Only show in LA. He's dancing, he's with his band, and he just looks like he's having a great time. So No Angels is definitely my favorite off of this album. Now, I change every day. Like today I was playing Fuck Up the Disco and Imagination and Technicolor, and everything is my favorite right now. It is just beautifully written, beautifully produced. I can tell how excited he is to finally have this album out. I think it's perfect for him where he's at in his life right now, being in his early 40s. He's married still. He's got 2 boys now. And I think at this moment in his life, it's just pure reflection of his past and where, his present, and then where he hopes to go in the future. This album is 10 out of 10, no skips for me. I can't stop playing it. I know I probably should give him a break, but I can't let go. It is just absolutely incredible what he's done. JT is back. I cannot wait for his tour. That is my ranking and review of this album. Comment below and let me know what your favorite songs are from this album. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.